kids water
Wow.
park thingies.
Yeah, indoor water park.
Yeah, it was fire. We did that. So like 4 weekends in a row, it's been bang, 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 bang. This is the first weekend I didn't have anything planned.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've been
I'm
seeing
just
your Instagrams. It's
yeah,
hard to keep up with the it's
bro,
hard to keep up with the Darkos, bro.
bro, I'm excited to just be home, man. That's a show. Hard to keep up with the Narcos. The name of the show.
Yeah. Yeah, theme song,
Mhm.
huh? All right. My barista's gonna drop off some coffee for me in a bit because I need it this morning.
Wait, what time is it? You look like you just woke up.
Bro, yesterday I was like, I
It's
was
hard to
doing a
keep up with the idiots in New Mexico. Goddamn, what's going on out there?
I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, so I did a like a little photo shoot for this like the soccer team I coach out here,
Oh,
and
nice.
so yeah, so we got the stadium and we were just doing photos in there, and then it's like, oh my son's like, hey, I want to go to the carnival that's going on, so we go there, and then it got late. It was like, yeah, too much for me, but
This is up.
yeah,
Yeah, I didn't
all
do
right.
anything. Like, I just got some stuff.
It's nice to see Fee representing South Africa in that jersey.
That is a good one. That is a
I'm,
good
I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing.
That is
I'm
a
playing.
fucking good
I'm
one.
playing.
Holy
I'm
shit.
playing. I'm playing. I'm just playing.
I'm
He's like,
gonna I'm gonna be like I'm gonna make that comment and be like, did anybody catch that? South Africa. We made
I'm sorry.
peace.
I'm sorry, bro.
We
I'm
made
sorry.
peace now.
I'm just playing. I'm
Damn.
just playing. I'm just
uh,
playing. I'm just playing.
he's
That is wild.
gonna go change before we start, or we're gonna
Yeah. Yeah. That is
Oh
hilarious.
shit!
That
I'm
is
sorry.
great.
I couldn't help
Speaking of South Africa, did y'all hear about the guy that passed away?
No.
Oh yeah, that
Oh, the
player.
young player. Yeah.
One of their
Mhm.
players? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He had no
sad,
Yeah.
man.
idea. I looked it up and I'm like, that's a sad story. Apparently
Mm-hmm.
he offed himself.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's tough.
Yeah, and I don't know,
Yep.
his
Yep.
grandma had died before the tournament or something, and he
Really,
didn't want to go, but they were like, "You have to go," and I don't know. And it's crazy.
that's
They've been putting like footage out of him at the tournament, and he just looked so out of it every
Yeah.
time,
really
even in the locker room and stuff.
that's
Mental
sad.
health, man. Talk to somebody. Like,
Yeah,
rest
for
assured.
sure,
Mhm.
for sure.
Crazy. All
All
right,
right.
so it's been weeks since the World Cup final, but I figure we should cover the final match, what our thoughts were, and then of course our favorite moments and players maybe who stood out, earned a move. Is there any players who hurt their value, and just overall? So whichever of you want to fire away, let's go. What were your thoughts of the final match?
It was
Um,
a Barcelona final. So Fee, go.
Yeah.
it really
Mhm.
was. To have 8 players playing in a World Cup final, I think
Mhm.
that's great for Barca's locker room. It's great for the
Mhm.
morale. It's great for the whole team. You know, they go into the season feeling like they're on top of the world. So I was happy about that. Overall, I also think it was a great show out for Ferran Torres. We
Mhm.
wanted to get rid of him. Barcelona's been looking to get some money for him. So I think him scoring the goal in the World Cup final, as soon as I saw that, I was like, hey, we can get some money for him now. You know,
Yeah.
I thought
Mhm.
maybe 65 million PSG. Let's do it. I think I actually made
Right.
a video about that. Like, hey,
Yeah.
PSG, come get that. You know, I
Mhm.
think they got 55 or 50 for him, and I think that's decent. So overall, yeah, no, that final was for me. It was like I think I made a video about that as well. I wasn't sure how it was gonna go because I didn't really care. I was like, all these Barcelona boys, this is good for my locker room if they win. If Messi wins, I'm also good with that. I hosted and my whole house was against Messi. It was crazy. The house was just everybody was cheering for Spain. I was like, wow.
Good. Good.
Um, but I was like, all right, yeah, you're here, you're eating my food, drinking my drinks, and you're still rooting against
That's
either I want
rude.
to win.
That's rude.
Great, let's go. But overall, it was a great World Cup, man. This is one of the best World Cups we've seen. I was so happy
Mhm.
that America was able to pull it off.
Yep.
Before the tournament, we didn't know how it was gonna go, but I'm glad it
Yeah.
worked out.
Mhm. Yeah, I think overall it was a positive experience. You know what I mean? At least what we were shown. And yeah, it was refreshing because I before the World Cup I was a little concerned about some, some BS going off or whatever. And
Yeah,
overall, it seemed really positive, and fans seemed to have a good time.
for
So,
sure. For
yeah.
sure. Right.
I gotta say though, were you happy with Lamine Yamal's performance in the final?
Um.
Because that games felt very stagnant, and once Nico Williams came on, that's when things changed. Now I'm sure it's because Argentina could just kind of focus on Lamine. You know what I mean? If you just
Yeah.
have one guy you got to worry about, that's all it is. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of expected a little more from him.
No, I
Just the
agree.
way he was talking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I.
and that's
I.
good. Be confident, but like
Yeah.
if you're gonna say it, like
I
you gotta.
think. I think overall, I don't think he had a great tournament overall. Like in
Yeah,
general,
I
I don't think
agree.
he showed up in a lot of the games. You know, I think.
But like he was hurt too, so
Yeah,
you know, kind
exactly.
of got
So
to give
that's
him that.
That's what I was gonna say, like, he's coming off an injury, right? And sometimes we also forget the boy is 18 years old, 19 years old
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah.
So overall, I don't think he had a great tournament. And, I
Mhm.
think when you look at what some of the senior players on the team have said in the past, like Rodri has always said, "I want Lamine to not feel like he has to be the one that carries us. For us to be
Mhm.
great, he has to just be another member of the team."
Mhm.
Hmm.
Right? You can have bad games and we still play well. We still
Mhm.
do well. Right? And I think that's how it really played out this tournament. He didn't do well. He wasn't special in any of the games. He had some moments where he was great, but the team being good enough was able to carry him and
Mhm.
they were able to get to the win the way they needed to. But I don't think overall it wasn't one of those tournaments where it was like, oh, Lamine won it for Spain. Definitely not that. You
Mhm.
know, I'm
You know
hope
what's interesting? Well, what's interesting is you talk about Ferran Torres scoring that goal and upping his value so that way you can sell him. It's interesting because in my head I was like, you have two different Barca players who score a goal in a final to win the World Cup. You have Iniesta and you have Ferran Torres. The difference in their careers and the difference in how they're going to be remembered is crazy. Because Ferran Torres is like, great, you scored, get out.
yeah.
And Iniesta scores, and it's like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's just this crazy legend. Nothing
Mhm.
against Ferran Torres, but it's just like that dude rides highs, and then his lows are just far too low for what
Yeah.
he does.
I I I appreciate what he did after scoring the goal. It's great that he scored it on American soil with
Yeah,
the American media. He
yeah.
went on a serious media tour. He went to CFM.
Yeah.
He has been everywhere
Yeah.
since before
He
the
was on Good
World Cup.
Morning. I was
I
like,
am
what is happening?
he wanted to take advantage of that.
Mhm.
He's been
Crazy.
all over the place, and I'm like, you deserve it. Now
Yeah.
you could go to PSG, get your money, and all of that. So
Mhm.
it's great.
Yeah. He might be thinking about what's next, even after football, or even just notoriety, like in terms of, I don't know, other opportunities.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
where does it rank in terms of the World Cup in general, like in terms of World Cups that you remember? You know.
This is the second greatest World Cup ever.
Mm.
What's the first? What's the first? Now I'm curious.
2002.
2002. Okay, so I think 2002 was amazing in terms of football. Like it was
Mhm.
some of the best football we've seen for sure.
Look at what the U.S. did in that tournament. Look at the finals. You know, one of the best finals I've ever watched. You have Brazil against Germany. It's the
Yeah,
classic South America versus Europe.
Mhm.
yeah,
It's and it was just that World Cup was all out attack, nonstop. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Everyone was going for it. That's the World Cup that I remember the most. That's the one that always stands out for me. But
yeah.
this one, I did not expect it to be as good as it was.
Yeah.
I'll be completely honest. I did not think it was going to go that well,
No,
and
I
I
agree.
do have to say
It's up there.
it's second for me.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think in terms of football, 2002 is amazing. Like I feel like real Ronaldo was ready to go in his
Right.
prime. He was amazing. That
Yep.
Germany team was amazing.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
France was amazing.
Yep.
So that was some of the best football we've seen. But I think this World Cup we just watched, in terms of viewership, in terms of
Mhm.
getting celebrities behind the game, just being in
But that's
America, fans, experiencing the American culture, making Americans more interested in the game. I think
Mhm.
it shocked me. Overall, I would say this is one of the best I've ever seen in
Mhm.
terms of everything. I don't know if I would say it's the best we've seen football wise, because it wasn't, but it was great just getting the sport out there for the world to
Mhm.
enjoy.
had some of the best stories, that's for sure.
Yeah.
With Capo
Mhm.
Verde and a couple of the other things that happened in there. Some of the best stories, I think.
Mhm. Yeah, one thing that has me thinking for, and we joked around about doing a 2030 preview. Obviously, we're not going to do that, but it does, just like a quick note before we move on to La Liga, is some of the teams who made it in, who I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't know a lot about them. It
Yeah.
makes me think, like, what is that next group of nations like that is going to make? I mean, obviously, like you have plenty of Central American teams and African teams and other teams that could still make it in. Even that
Yeah.
next tier in Europe, maybe. But I mean, maybe Italy will qualify.
I was about to say,
That's
honestly,
crazy,
I'm
right?
looking for Italy. That's what I'm looking
What?
Yeah.
for.
I was
So,
praying they would get Pep.
oh yeah,
I
yeah.
was too.
Mhm.
I
I
was
kind of want
too.
to see what that looks like. I'm like,
Yeah.
But
'cause-
I also get Pep being like, do I want to deal with Italians?
yeah,
Like
you don't.
that FA is such a mess. Like, do I want to deal with that?
And another thing too, I don't even know if it's just the FA you have to deal with in Italy. You have to deal with the
Mhm.
mob. Maradona will tell you
Yeah.
That's
the
true.
mob meddles in their affairs,
Yeah.
believe it or
Mhm.
not. It's like not
Mhm.
just the FA. You got a lot to deal with over there, and
That's
You think
wild.
you got to
you
select
think
the right people.
so you think Pep's waiting a little bit for the Spanish job? He sees Zidane over there in France now. You think he's gonna wait a little bit for that Spanish job?
Yeah, I think so. I think right now the timing isn't right, and I think maybe Del Fuente goes a few more years and then he comes back. But I also think Pep is like I watched the Jose Mourinho um documentary a couple days ago, and he's like, I don't need a break. Who takes a sabbatical? You're a little punk. Why do we need a sabbatical?
Yeah.
He's like, I rest when God calls me to rest.
Yeah.
And I feel like Pep is the complete opposite. Every 3 years he wants a break.
Mm.
Right?
You know what's funny though is I think out of all the managers, I think Jose needs to needs to rest the most. Bro, don't
True,
take a year and come back. I think you'll chill out a little bit.
true. You know,
But that's just me. Like I think Jose still has it, but I think yeah. I think if you would take 1 year, just go sit, relax, go to Portugal, drink
yeah.
some wine for a while. You know what I mean? Have some seafood, chill out a bit, and be like, you know what? Yeah, I get it again. But
Yeah.
that's just
Uh-huh.
me.
Yeah, no, that's a lot. That's a lot to talk about with Mourinho because I was watching the documentary and I feel like they were pressing his buttons a little bit. They wanted to have the conversation about. There's always been this talk about how his style hasn't evolved over the years and football has evolved, so he's falling back a little bit. The people that were doing the documentary wanted to speak on that a little bit, but you can't.
Yeah.
He's a legend at the end of the day, so you can't be like, I feel like you've fallen behind and you haven't really been great in the last. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But he didn't know how to
Yeah.
ask the questions, and Mourinho gave him that look like, "You know how many championships I've won?" And he was just
Yeah.
like, "Up, you're the go. You're good. You're good." It was like,
I
"What
did.
about everything?"
I've won everything. What do you want me to do?
Exactly.
And he's right, but I do think there is something to be said for Jose to, I don't know, r- do something a little different. Come on,
Yeah.
dog. Let's tweak it a little bit. He's kind of like Diego Simeone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know exactly what a Simeone team's gonna do, and it worked. What for like 2014 to 2019, they were like really going at things,
Everything.
but now it's like you're not even you're not even relevant in La Liga
Yeah.
almost. I mean, you got jumped by Villarreal, and
Yeah.
I mean, did
Sociedad.
they end up in fifth or sixth or something like that last year? I can't remember, but it's like you're gonna have to do something a little bit different because they have not new ownership this year, but they do have. Well, I guess we should wait till we get into La Liga talk, but they do have new people in that front office, and they're looking at that massive contract for
Yeah.
Diego, and they're like,
I don't know.
Are we happy just coming in third and fourth every single
Yeah.
year?
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
And they've been,
because
I think it's also unfair because they've been throwing money at some big players over the years, and it's
hmm
like we can't keep throwing money at these big players and just coming in third, fourth every year. Some of these
and
players
you,
are gonna want to win eventually. You get
yeah,
put in situations like Alvarez. Like I don't think I want to be third. I want to go.
yeah, you can't have Julian Alvarez up top and not do anything
Yeah. Yeah.
like that. He will work for you. He will work hard, but at the end of the day, he wants to have an opportunity to score and to win. Like you can't sit there. That's why I did not like that move for him.
Yeah. No, I was surprised that move happened. I know he wanted to leave, but I just thought Barcelona being broke at the time ruined it. Because if we weren't broke at the time, we could have got him, right?
You know yeah, what's funny is that's the first thing I thought when I saw him leave. He's like, in my head, I'm like, if I'm a Barca fan, that's the most perfect forward for
Yeah.
that team.
Yeah.
And I'm so
He's
glad Real
Argentinian.
Madrid
I know
offered
Messi is already in
150.
his ear. Messi
Yeah.
had already pitched everything to him.
Yep.
Beautiful sunshine in Barcelona. Beautiful beaches everywhere. Come play. And I know he
Yeah.
was going to go for it. It's just the financial situation was deadly. It was dire. We couldn't do anything about it. Now they try to go back for him, and it's like, I don't know, man. Atletico,
Fiorentino Perez going, here's 150 mil.
you know, it's crazy. It's really crazy, you know?
What up?
So,
I kind of like it, but I'm also like, dog, just let it go. Like, he
yeah,
ain't coming over here anyways. He doesn't want to.
yeah. No way. So do we want to get into La Liga right now? Because I think Galen just texted his internet went down.
Yeah, he said went down a little bit, and he said he's gonna be right back. But I mean, we can get into La Liga. I'm fine with it.
Oh shoot, do
I,
we wait?
my first thing I want to talk about is Rodri gonna happen or no?
So that's a sensitive matter, man.
Yeah,
I feel a few different ways about that, right? I think one, the 80 million that they are putting down as the price tag for him for a player that's going to be free next year, it's kind of makes me like a little
it's a
hesitant
lot.
because it's
It's a
like
lot.
if you wait next year, you could give Rodri a $20 million bonus and he comes.
Yeah,
You don't have to give City anything, right? But I think Hansi Flick wants him this year. So they're willing to go up to what 65 or what I've seen so far, and I think that's
yeah.
going to happen. I think that transfer is going to happen, right? The only reason why that transfer isn't happening right now is the business relationship Barcelona and Man City have had in the past has been rocky, right? They sold Ferran Torres to us, and then there was supposed to be some clause if we sell him to pay City back $10 million. We have to sell him for 55 or more and pay City back 10 million. And they didn't want to do that, so they sold him for exactly 50 million, so they don't have to pay City that 10 back. And City is mad about that because they're like, "Why are you guys always trying to penny pinch and find ways to be sneaky about it? Now you're coming for Rodri at the same time." So I think there's some bad blood there already. But overall, I think it's gonna happen. I just don't want it. Like we don't have money already, and we're about to spend 60 million, 65, when we could get him for free next year.
Yeah, and it upsets me because Rodri is exactly the pair that Madrid needs.
Oh, we need him too,
It,
bro.
well, yeah, but not really. Like you need him, but you really don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
understand.
No,
It's
you
funny
need him
because
more.
both.
You need him more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like as a midfield, you have a really good midfield that's set. We have good midfielders. We don't have a good midfield.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, and I think you need a player. We're missing a player like Tony Cruz, which Rodri is very much like. Just kind of
yeah,
cleans
yeah.
stuff up, distributes the ball really well, and is smart. And when I saw that coming out, I was like, oh, that's a perfect player for us. And then Fiorentino Perez is like, I'm not paying over 50 million, no matter what. And Man City's
Wait,
like,
that's
fine.
what it is? That's how that broke down?
Yeah,
Are you
that's
kidding
crazy.
me?
No, I'm not playing.
No, that's ridiculous to me because if you look at it, I saw it too and I thought, okay, that's who Madrid needs. And initially when I saw it too, I thought, well, knowing him, he would also want to go to Madrid because I just thought like he would
He did.
feel like Barcelona's midfield is too choked up. You already have too many people there where I have to compete with.
Yeah.
So Madrid, obviously, they need that Cruz replacement, like we said. So it was a
Yep.
perfect fit for him.
Mm-hmm.
So to say you're not paying more than 50 million when you have unlimited money,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It absolutely drove me nuts, and apparently it really pissed Jose off
I'm sure.
because Jose, I guess Jose got real pissed. There was some real big bust up between him and Fiorentino Perez already over Rodri.
Season even hasn't started yet. We already got
Yeah,
some points
and he
already. I love it. I love
Jose
it.
and him are pissed at each other already. But if you look at it from Jose's point of view, it's like I agree with him. What do you mean you're not willing to pay over 50 million for the best midfielder in the world? The guy just, he's won a Ballon d'Or. He's one of the main reasons that Spain won that World Cup.
For sure.
What do you mean? Like
For sure.
65 million's nothing for Madrid. Not to be crazy, but
No,
like
not in
it's
today's
almost
market.
nothing. You just spent 140 on Yan Diomande.
Yeah, not in today's market. You
Like,
don't
but
understand
it's
that.
crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, no. If Barcelona ends up getting Rodri, I think that's the transfer of the summer. That is
Yeah,
going to make our team so much stronger because we have all the midfielders that we need, but we don't have that leadership, right? Especially from the midfield. Frankie De Jong
yeah.
doesn't do it for us. He's great, but I think he needs to be told where to be. He needs to be told where to position himself a lot of the times, especially on those Champions League nights. So if we
Mm,
get him, that's the transfer of the summer. That's going to change the dynamic of our team seriously, and we're back. If
mm,
that happens, man, we're back.
If that happens and the league's over, you're winning the league. I don't think you'll win the Champions League quite yet, though.
Yeah.
Nothing against your guys' team. You guys are great. We ain't winning the Champions League. We ain't winning shit this year. I'm calling it now. Madrid's not going to win league, and Madrid's not winning Champions League. I do think that the best two teams in the world right now are still PSG and Bayern Munich, but that's just me.
Yeah, I think PSG is still up there. PSG is still like until somebody really goes and shows that they can beat them. I think they're still up there. And another big reason why they're still going to be up there is because their team is so deep. They have a roster for the league, a roster for the cup games, and a roster
mm-hmm,
for Champions League. They can
Yeah,
afford to rest all the big players, have them
mm-hmm,
fresh, ready to go. Champions League. Nobody has that flexibility, right? Nobody has that, and until somebody is able to right now, until somebody's able to show it, I don't know. But I also don't want to. I don't want them to 3P because that just makes it crazy if they win three in a
yeah.
row.
mm-hmm,
Like that'll piss me off. But Barcelona's going for three in a row in the league. I'll take that one.
And, and
mm.
PSG now has the greatest talk show host of all time, in Torres. So
And who?
yeah, Ferran Torres, he'll,
No.
he'll, he'll be around every. Now, PSG is the one team that I've always said I've never ever wanted them to win the Champions League, and now they won back to back. It's like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No. So another thing too is like Champions League is one of those tournaments where like you have to pick it up at a certain time.
yeah,
You really have to wait to see how your team is doing. May, June. That period is like
yeah,
that's really where. Well, I think April, May is really when you really get to see how the team is doing because you could have a phenomenal season, but if your top players are not firing around that time, it becomes very tough to win in Europe. So like you kind of have to wait to see how the teams are doing around that time, and then anything can happen. Anything can
Mm,
happen. But I think if if we are able to get Alvarez and Rodri, hey,
mm.
I think we compete, bro. If we get both,
Here's the thing: if you had to pick which one, you could only get one. Which one would you get? I think I know your answer, but which
no.
one
If
would you get?
if we could only get one, I go Rodri
Yeah,
because
Mhm,
I feel like Rodri is the reason why we suffer so much is in transitions. We just want to go attack, and in transitions, there's nobody to say, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to be
yeah,
ready for that transition to break it
yeah.
up when it happens. We never have that. So if we get that, I think going forward, we're going to be fine. We can score some goals. But Rodri is the one that helps us in transitions defensively. And I think, that makes a bigger difference than getting Alvarez to come score 30 goals. I think we could get 30 goals out of two other people, 15-15.
Yeah.
You know, that's the big difference that I see.
Have you seen the lineup that Hansi Flick has been using in the front four?
That's what I was
Which
just
one are you
looking at
talking about?
right now too.
He's been using Lamine Yamal as a false
False
nine
nine. Yeah, I've
mostly.
been watching that in training. Um,
Yeah.
I've been watching that in training a lot, and I'm like,
Mhm,
hey, that could work because they could have. But I also don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I have to see more of that.
Yeah.
I'd rather Lamine plays from the right, cuts in,
mhm,
and then we have a proper number 9. I want to
mhm,
see
I
what that looks like, right? Also, with Flick's style, he wants that number 9 that's gonna initiate the press. I
yeah.
don't think
mhm,
Lamine Yamal is gonna initiate that press the way he wants Alvarez. Alvarez is a monster. He'll chase all day.
Yeah.
mhm.
That's a big
Yeah.
difference for us. But I don't know if Lamine in that false 9 position initiates the press and then, but we'll
I'd
see.
I'd I'd be afraid you I'd be afraid that if you play Lamine in that false nine that you are taking away a lot of his tools
Yes.
because he likes
Mhm,
to run at people and
Yes.
having to play with your back to goal is very, very different.
It is.
mhm,
It is. I don't want him doing that. I
Hmm.
don't want anybody playing false 9 unless you're Messi.
mhm.
It's a hard
Yeah,
to play.
but even then, do you want like switching to Messi, like, do you want Messi playing as a false nine? Like, I think you still want Messi kind of out on the right side, kind of cutting back in.
No, I want Messi playing false nine because then it gives you that basically gives you an extra midfielder every time, especially on a team like Barcelona. If we keep the ball so much and we have an extra midfielder, that's how we beat people. And that extra midfielder being Messi, it's just like you can't keep up in the midfield, right? And then you give up defensive work that would happen on the wings because no, he's
Yeah.
not going there
Yeah.
to help in those areas, right? But
Mm-hmm.
But if you're outscoring everybody, it doesn't really matter.
exactly, exactly. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, I think that's what Pep did for a lot of times against Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
Messi would be that extra midfielder because you had a really deep midfield with you know Cruz, Alonso, but he would still have Messi drop in there, and then it's like they have an extra load in there, and they
Mm-hmm.
can't
Yeah.
figure out how to stop that one. Because then Ramos doesn't know, do I drop all the way back with him? Do I drop in the midfield and leave the
Mm-hmm.
gap in the middle of the center back position?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't know who else could play it as good as him. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if anyone. You know.
All right, so here's a quick question. So with the different transfers going on, um, is Rodri the difference between Barca winning the transfer market
Yeah.
overall? Like
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
apart from
If
everybody else?
I, I think Fia already said it.
Mm-hmm.
If Barca gets Rodri, that's a transfer of the summer. That's easily.
So
And
that trumps
I think
everything else then. Like,
I think I already said it too. If they get Rodri, they're winning league. They're not
mm-hmm.
winning. I don't think they're winning Champions League yet. I think they
Mm-hmm.
will get far, and I think it'll be interesting. It all
Mm-hmm.
depends on who's clicking when. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Madrid doesn't have a midfield. We have Bellingham, Chouameni, and Valverde, and
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what happens. But
Camavinga, but whatever it's fucking.
Okay.
yeah, but I think they want to get rid of Camavinga, which is
Yeah.
kind of surprising. He played bad last year. It was rough for him, and which was kind of weird because he's played on Champions League night. He's won Champions Leagues on his own. Like you
Yeah.
know, when it
So,
was
mm-hmm.
him, Modric, and Cruz, it was like you didn't need Chouameni, and now the other two are gone, and now we need Chouameni, which I always thought
Mm-hmm.
Chouameni would have been the better one,
Yeah.
and he's been that. But Camavinga is just
He's had a
Mm-hmm.
stinker last.
yeah. I'm like, dude, what's your problem, dog? Like, chill out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about hypothetical transfers that will maybe likely happen, right? So like if Rodri and Alvarez, what if they played today, like without those two players, right? Obviously you
Barcelona?
if you have a roster full of world champions on Barca, right?
Yeah.
But if
I
they
still
played,
think we compete.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
still think we
Barca's
compete. I think we still gonna
Barca.
compete because I think what makes Barca great right now is not even the players, it's Hansi Flick and how he
Mm,
approaches
Yeah,
games, right?
okay.
So with him as the coach, I still think we compete, and it's not like
Mm-hmm.
we've lost anybody else in the midfield that
Mm-hmm.
we have everybody else that we need in the midfield. We
Mm-hmm.
have Baby has come in, Gordon has come in. Gordon in the past has played as a striker, so I think if they want, they could try that,
Mm-hmm.
right? Also, I've heard if Alvarez doesn't come, we're getting Luis Suarez, right? The other Luis Suarez, and I think he's decent enough that he can put, he's decent enough that I think, he can get 15 goals this season.
Mm-hmm.
We still compete, but I think getting Alvarez and Rodri is the difference between us being favorites versus us having to compete with Madrid. Because I think obviously you can't say Madrid is not gonna compete; they're gonna be there,
Mm-hmm.
right?
even if you don't get Rodri, Barcelona's still a better team.
Yeah, I think.
Because none of the transfers we've done
Mm-hmm.
really change anything.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
I think
It doesn't change. I mean, sure, our back line's maybe more solid. We don't know. They haven't gelled. They haven't done anything.
yeah.
But it does nothing. Like Yan Diomande does nothing.
Mm-hmm.
How is
Like
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen any preseason games. How is it looking? Preseason games so far, Madrid.
they look like a Jose Mourinho team.
Now let's talk about Mourinho team too for a second, right? I was like, are they trying to just like redo? Like
Yeah.
13 years later, you go back and bring Mourinho when every team right now for coaches that are, like football playing coaches, right? Football coaches that
Yeah.
are they have clear identities, right? I
Mm-hmm.
love Mourinho. I think he's one of the great man managers out there,
Mm-hmm.
right? But how do you feel about Mourinho coaching Madrid right now when the level I feel like if we had to be honest and pick the top 5 coaches in the world, I don't know if I put Mourinho
No,
in there,
I don't even think you put him in the top 15.
right? So, like, how does Madrid decide that's who we need right now? This point, we've lost 2 in a row. I get, okay, maybe Mourinho's who comes in and stops Barca winning 3 in a row.
Mm,
But what makes you think he's the guy?
nothing. And here's why it's Mourinho and not everybody else. You have 15 other better managers than Mourinho in the world. However, the problem is they are managers. They are ball playing coaches. You can't have a good football coach at Real Madrid. Xabi Alonso proved it last year.
Yeah,
You need a good man manager.
yeah.
That's all they need. You're not gonna have any coach come in and said this is how we're gonna play. This is how we're gonna do, because none of the players you have will play in certain systems. It's all about letting the players play ball. That's all it is. It's just about letting them ball out, and it's all about vibes. Which again, Mourinho is the worst for vibes. Ancelotti was the best you could do for vibes. Like it
Yeah.
really is. He's just a vibes guy. It's man managing. It's letting the players. It's putting the players in the right position, letting them do what they got to do. Mourinho he has a system, but he manages the players in that system to do what he has to do. I don't know how he's going to do it. He made it work with Cristiano Ronaldo and Christian Bale and Karim Benzema because Bale and Benzema would drop in and
Yeah.
account for Cristiano, but you can't play Kylian and Vinny at the same time.
Yeah.
You just can't. Yeah,
Wow.
Yan Diomande will drop in, and it was interesting because I saw a lot of people saying, if Madrid get Yan Diomande, that kind of frees us up to not play Vinny.
How do you not play Vinny though? Jesus.
Because you can put Yan Diomande over there on that side.
And bench at Vinny Jr.? Holy moly.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't, but I feel like Mourinho came in to straighten some people out.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest
Yeah.
like you really hit it on the head. That's the biggest reason you bring in a Mourinho. It's not to say I need you to come play attractive football. I need you to play football that the fans want to see. No, I need you to
Yeah.
take a hold of the locker room and let these
Hmm.
boys know they need to play together and play as a team. We're all superstars, but we got to play or these boys will embarrass us.
Yeah, you're gonna come in, you're gonna play together, and you're gonna be a team, or we're gonna sell your ass to Arsenal. You can struggle
Yep.
in,
Yep.
in
Yep.
Europe.
So I think that's where Mourinho comes in, right? So I think that part he might be able to come in and get them to do what they need to do, but with players like Dictator Mbappe,
Yeah, that's
it's hard. It's hard, man.
here's what I'm gonna tell you. The best transfer Real Madrid could make in this offseason would have been to sell Kylian, re-sign Vinny, and sign Holland.
Ooh, Haaland.
And here's why. Because Holland and Bellingham are all vibes. Vinny and Holland over this World Cup became friends somehow,
Yeah, yeah,
and they vibe together. That's the transfer you need. You have Yan Diomande on the other side, who will, if he's on the right side, gets down the line and plays the ball across. And now you have Holland making that run in. When we finally got Kylian Mbappe, a lot of people were excited, and I was like, "That's not the transfer we want.
yeah.
It's just not the transfer we want." And I've proven it. I've been proven right. I think him and Vinny on the same team will never ever work.
Yeah, so Mbappe is one of those weird guys. Like he's amazing, right? But it's hard to tell if he's a 9 or if he plays from the wing somewhere.
He's a winger, man. He's
Right.
a
If
winger.
you throw him at the 9 position, it takes away from. So that's why even with the Alvarez transfer to Madrid, I'm like, how does that work? Does that mean Mbappe has to shift? Right?
Yeah,
If
for sure.
Mbappe
Put
shifts, it's like you want Mbappe close to goal at the end of the day. You also want him on the wing. So Mbappe is hard to manage and he's hard to fit a team around him, right? Because he's gonna make you question if you need a real number 9, because you're like, I
Yeah.
have him. But you're like, no, I also need a real number 9. And then if you put him on the wing, he's not as close to the goal and doesn't get as many goals. Then his ego comes in and he's like, I want the ball, I want the goals. But your number 9 needs the ball, needs the goal. So it's just like it's tricky.
The best Kylian Mbappe we've ever seen was 2018, 2019. And that's when he had a proper forward next to him and he was just coming in off the wing. You had Olivier Giroud. And that French team wasn't modeled around Kylian.
Yep.
It wasn't modeled around Antoine Griezmann. It was modeled around Paul Pogba, a creative midfielder that could just play that ball out to people. And That's the problem. That's why PSG wasn't successful when he was there. It's because they tried to model it around him, and you can't do it. He thinks he's Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's not.
Yeah.
When Madrid was successful, sure, we accounted for Cristiano, but we modeled it around Toni Kroos and Luka Modric. That's when we were successful, and that's what Real Madrid needs to do. Is they need to get off killing Mbappe's knob and model it around a good midfield again, and that's when we'll start being good again. But if we're sitting here trying to make Vinny and Kylian happy, I'm not. I don't need to watch the games. I already know we'll win a majority. We'll probably come in second, but we'll end up in second, about 10 points behind Barcelona, and that's that.
That would be
So,
beautiful.
It's just gonna happen. I'm not
beautiful.
worried about it. Like unless Jose Mourinho pulls some absolute magic out of his hat, no, I'm not worried about it.
So 2018, that World Cup, I'm pretty sure Giroud didn't score a single goal, but he just held it up, played it through, you know what I mean? And so I think, and they won, you know, so like, I think the pairing is better with a striker up front and then Mbappe on the outside, you know, and hopefully a manager who can manage when he does start getting away.
But you know what's interesting? I think Vinny is a better winger than Kylian when he's with a good ball handling striker. Because look at what he did with Benzema.
Yeah,
we had no business winning 2 of those Champions Leagues. I'll call it. I'm a Madrid fan. We had no business winning 2 of those, but it was solely because of that combo, that front three of Rodrigo, Vinny, and Benzema. Because Benzema was that forward that would come in and help out and do what he needed to do, and when you got him that ball, he could finish.
Like, I also think that's, you know, sometimes Benzema doesn't get his flowers enough, but that man is one of the best we've seen in a very long time. Hold up play, flair, he could drop in the midfield, you know, ego is, you know, controlled. He knows, like, I'm going to get mine in, so I don't even need to fight y'all for the goals and all that, but he still gets his. Benzema deserves his flowers, man. He's one of the top ones. He's one of them ones for sure.
I was just doing a quick search right now. I didn't like fact check it or whatever, but talking about like teams with a style, right? And what's fun about being a Madrid fan is obviously like they go out and they spend crazy money and they bring in a player, and you know,
Tacticos.
Yeah, it's fun. It can be fun, but I just did a quick search. According to my search here, there's 2 Madrid players who came through their academy in their first team. In Barcelona's first team, there's 12, and that's how you create an identity. You know what I mean? I think that's
sure, but that also has a lot to do with necessity for Barcelona. Nothing against Barcelona.
Yeah,
they've had to do that because they have spent big money before. You know, they spent big money on Henry. You know, Ibrahimovic, Suarez. You know what I mean? Neymar. They've spent big money.
I don't think it's necessity. I think that's the true identity. The only times we've really struggled is when we went and bought those big players. Right? When Barcelona went and like, oh, Madrid has Mbappe, we need Dembele. This one happens, we need this one. We need a Griezmann for 100.
Hang on, you bought Dembele way before we had.
No, but Dembele was because of someone. I can't remember who it was, but I could find who it was. Huh? Bale. Bale. It was someone. They were like, oh, they got some, and we needed that big transfer. But if they had just continued the pipeline of the La Masia players through, it would work, right? I think Barcelona's hasn't been a necessity. It's always been, this is the identity. We have a style that all the kids play the same way, right? So I could go find a kid from Juvenile A that's playing the same way that Busquets plays in terms of style, doesn't have the brain power yet, but he knows what he's supposed to do in those positions. And I think that's always been the thing. I think if it wasn't because of La Masia, Barcelona, man, this financial hardship we've been having, we would have been done for, bro. We really would have been done for. The kids have kept us alive, and I think we have the best,
it's the best academy
in the world.
Yeah,
it's the best academy in the world, best factory in the world because of what they're able to do across the different age groups. you can watch the U10s and these boys are doing exactly the same thing
Mm-hmm.
everybody's doing all the way to the senior team, right? So I think when it comes to that, no one comes close, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it's just like the fact that we're also Barcelona. Some of these kids, they're able to steal them from top academies and early enough that they can adapt to the Barcelona
Mm-hmm.
style, right? But I think
Yeah.
overall, whenever we try to compete with Madrid and buy these big players,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any of them has worked.
Mm-hmm.
Dembele, Griezmann, who those
Griezmann was one of the worst transfers.
oh
Like,
my god.
why would you do that? No, no offense, but like, why would you get Griezmann? And Griezmann, why would Griezmann do that?
Oh, I don't
You know,
know.
you're a legend at Atletico. Sure, you're not challenging probably how you want to, but are you gonna taint your legacy like that? Like,
Oh,
why
Coutinho.
would you?
Coutinho
What?
was another one. 100 and something.
Mm.
You had all these boys in the academy that were doing the exact same thing. Let them play. Coutinho
Yeah.
came in and, bro, golly, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so whenever we've gone 100 million, I'm scared. I'm like, man, we don't even have money. Why are we doing that? So it's been, and then right now, another big thing too that I'm really worried about is Rodri coming in is going to mess up Bernal. Mark Bernal is Busquets' replacement, man. He's really that guy. I'm watching him in training, and I'm like, in 3 years, what he could be scary. But we
Mm-hmm.
don't have 3 years to wait. Football is moving too fast. We don't have 3 years to wait. We have to play somebody now. But as soon as that Rodri transfer thing started happening, his agent was like, well, my boy needs to play. So I don't know what's
Mm-hmm.
happening. But
You know,
oh,
you know what's
good
funny
to
is you
go.
talk about a Busquets replacement. Madrid has a young player as well. He's huge. He's tall as all get out. And a lot of people are saying, obviously, on the Madrid side of things, they're like, he could very well be a Busquets style player. And I've
Yeah.
watched him play for the Castilla, and
Mhm.
I'm like, God damn it, he really does move like Busquets, which is funny because you're
Yeah.
talking about Juan Bernal. It's like they're both identical players. And I'm like, bro, play him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
You know what I
hard.
mean? Take a page out of Barcelona. Play
Yeah,
him.
yeah, and that's to go back to what Galen's question. That's really the difference between some of these teams because Madrid
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have the time to develop a player, bro. I got
Which is
Mm-hmm.
money.
crazy.
I don't have time for you to. I don't have
Yeah.
time to give you 2 years for you to come into your own. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
go buy that $100 million guy and bring him in, and he's gonna play
Right.
immediately and make an impact right away.
Mm-hmm.
But then you don't develop players that way. You need some of
Mm-hmm.
these guys to build the confidence that way. Because Gavi, Pedri, all of
And
these guys.
hang on. We developed Pedri.
Ah, sure.
Pedri's a Madrid guy, and he was for a long time. It's freaking Florentino Perez's fault that he went, no, you're not good enough, and dropped his ass. And Pedri went, well, fine, I'll go play for Barca. And look, like
Mm.
No, but
that one hurts me.
yeah, no, I hear
That
you,
one
man.
hurts me because I remember watching him play for Castilla, and
There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot of people that I feel like, if you allow them to play, give them the time to develop, they can become something. But football moves too
Mm-hmm.
fast nowadays. Nobody has time
dog,
to.
every time Barca wins La Liga or wins the damn Clásico, that picture of Pedri sitting on top of his dad, celebrating with a Madrid jersey on, celebrating the Champions League win, always pops
I
up on
don't
my
think I've
timeline,
seen
and
that.
I'm
I
like,
gotta find that.
no, dude.
You gonna send
I
it
don't think
to?
I've seen that.
I'm gonna start tagging Fiorentino Perez every single time I see it.
That is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
What are you guys looking up?
That
The
photo that you're
Pedri.
talking about.
You guys have never seen that?
No,
Really?
no.
He looks grown though. Like this was like fairly recent, huh?
Yes, dude. He was
Damn.
about ready
Wait,
to
where
break
is
into the
it?
first
Which
team.
picture is it?
I just looked at Pedri Madrid jersey and it came up.
Yeah, just look it up. It'll pop up. It's the first. It pop every time. He was a massive Madrid fan. He lived in Madrid. He came up in our system.
That is
Hmm.
hilarious. I've never seen this.
You've never seen that?
No.
Not me either.
He is a Madrid. His family is still Madridistas.
Wait, I don't know if that's real, bro. I don't think that's real.
It's
That guy
real.
looks too big to be on his shoulders.
I don't think that's real because I saw another picture with another kid. Same picture.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
That is crazy. Yeah, I hope that's not true. Thank you, Perez, for making that happen. You know, that is mad.
Mm,
You know, who I'm really Cucurella. I thought Cucurella would come back.
mm,
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I'm surprised he didn't come back because I'm like, bro, you know who's really
But
been
he wasn't given
disappointing
an
for us?
offer.
Balde. Balde has been so disappointing. He has all the
mm,
pace in the world, but no recovery speed. And it seems like he just, in the biggest moments, he just has the biggest blunders. So I
mm,
Yeah.
thought Correa would definitely come back, slot into that left back position, and we're good there. We still don't have that sorted out, actually. You know,
mm.
our left back thing, I still don't know. But I think Cancelo is going to come back. He's over there at whatever in Saudi Arabia every day. He's posting Barcelona pictures. Like, let that boy come back. We need him.
I think that's the worst kept secret. I think they already have a
Yeah, he just they have to wait till the end. That's always the
yeah.
thing. It's not a big expensive transfer, so they'll wait
Mhm.
for that to happen. Yeah.
Cool.
But there's this kid that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Atletico got this Ghanaian kid.
Yeah.
He's 18 or 19. His name is Taufik Saidu.
Hmm.
Last year against Atletico was the first time I saw him, and Simeone brought him in maybe like 60 minutes into the game because Pedri and Gavi started like toying around with them in the midfield, just like
Yeah.
tiki
Mm,
taka, pinging it around them. And he brings on this kid, 18 years old. I'm like, who is this kid? What is he going to do? And he
hmm.
comes in, same build as like Thomas Partey, bigger kid.
Yeah.
He just like straight boom into Pedri. Next
Yeah.
one, boom into Gavi.
Huh.
Right through him, dog.
Like
Right through him.
every time. And I'm just like, who is this kid? So I go and look him up. 18 years old, born in Ghana. He's on
Wow.
Atletico's team. He is my player to watch this season. I want to
Hmm.
Yeah.
see how they integrate him into that team. I wonder if he's going to play more this season because I know Koke is getting up there in age, so they need
Hmm.
to play some of the youngsters. If they play him more, he's Thomas Partey in the making, man. I'm so excited to see
Hmm.
him this season.
I think he'll be better than Thomas Partey.
I can't wait to see it because I've been
I
watching
really do.
him a lot, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's captaining like the U17, U18
Hmm.
Spanish teams. He's been the guy for them, and
Hmm.
they've been watching him. He's been training with the first team for a couple of years now, and I want him to step into that team and really find his footing. That'll be great. I can't wait to see how that goes out. That goes, but I'm excited
Hmm.
to watch him this season. We'll look out for him. Sadu, I'm excited.
I think my player to watch for the season is Yandy Omande because I like and it's not just because he's on Madrid, but I've been watching him. I love him. I think he's great. I'm
Yeah.
not sure this transfer is the best for his career. I really hope he does well because again, it would be great for me.
Yeah, no, I think
But
it'll be. I think Diamante doing well for there over there would be great for African football. We
Hmm.
yeah,
haven't had a proper superstar in a little while, and to
Uh-huh.
have a superstar like that on Real Madrid, the biggest team in the world, that'll
Hmm.
be amazing for us. It'll be great for
yeah,
the whole continent, right? So I want him
Hmm.
to do well, but for him to do well, they need to not put that pressure on him.
yep.
Mbappe
Hmm.
and Vini and them need to do their thing and just let him fly under the radar for a couple of, he may be halfway through the season. Next season he could, but
Which
I need
I
him to do well.
say I think that could happen if Vinny and Kylian continue doing what they're doing. I think Jan will be able to just kind of be like he's over there on the right side.
Yeah,
Get him the ball when we can and let him just kind of go because I love how he attacks people.
yeah,
Hmm.
Galen, who you got?
I I just think the whole Madrid, all these transfers, the Mourinho coming back, I think it's gonna be like a telenovela. You know what I mean? Like we need. I hope there's cameras in there. I hope they're documenting
Uh,
everything. So for me, I'm obviously I'm already gonna be watching them. But all those transfers, the drama with Mourinho is gonna be
yeah.
cinema. So I'm
We're gonna need
excited.
to be shooting a lot. There's gonna be a lot of topics to be discussing.
dude,
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of Real Madrid training videos,
Yeah,
and I don't again we don't want to put pressure on Yandy Monday, but I've been watching him. That dude is toying with people in
he's a beast.
practice,
Hmm.
No, he's a
He's gonna be
beast.
fun.
and I'm
Yeah.
just like, God, I hope he does it. I hope he
Yeah.
does it.
No, he's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a
Who's
proper beast.
who's our top four in the league?
Top four. Obviously, I got Barcelona's winning the league,
Oh,
right?
easy.
And I think that's gonna be special because that means Hansi Flick joins the legends with 3 in a row. Pep Guardiola did it. Johan Cruyff did 4 actually. So if Hansi Flick wins 3 in a row, that's special. All right. So I
Mhm.
got Barcelona, I got Madrid, I got Atletico Madrid, and I got I'm gonna give um Villarreal their chance to redeem themselves again, and I give them 4. Or yeah, I'll give them 4. But I always want Betis to do well too. I just love Betis. I think Betis always does their thing.
Betis is just a fun team,
Yeah,
dog.
they're a fun team. So Betis also, I want them up there too. So we'll see.
Mhm.
I
That's my
will
favorite.
probably never wear it, but I kind of want a Cucho Hernandez. Because he played for the
The crew?
crew.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
yeah.
there, and it's like he's doing fairly well. I kind of want a Cucho one, but yeah, I think Barca will win the league. I think Madrid will come in second, and I think Villarreal will come in third again. And I think Betis will jump Atletico. I think this is Diego Simeone's last year.
I
Mm.
think so too. I think he should go take over Argentina and let somebody else get the job over there.
Yeah.
There's been too many years where you just finished third. You need a or fourth, or not
Uh,
even in the top 4.
Mhm.
I bet Anthony Iraola takes that Atletico job.
Ooh, that would be a good job. That'd be a good job. You
You
know.
think he'll get the Argentina job? Like it's a lot kind of, or is it kind of like?
Oh, I
I don't
think if
think.
he wants it, he gets it.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
Okay.
I
think if
agree.
he wants it, he gets it. I just think he just has such a big connection to Atletico. He doesn't want to leave, but if
Mhm.
he wants it, I think he gets it.
Okay.
Oh, another player. Have y'all seen? So Barcelona's been signing a lot of people low key that it doesn't get the here we go from.
Right. A big
So
deal.
nobody's hearing about this. Did you guys hear about the guy we signed from Club Bruges? 18 years
Yeah,
old. He's from
I
Ghana.
didn't.
Jesse
Mm-mm.
yeah,
Bisu.
young dude.
Bro, that's
What was?
Neymar, bro.
Okay.
Jesse Bisu. That is Neymar at that age. Without the pressure,
I don't
without the
know,
Brazilian
man.
heritage, Ghanaian
I,
heritage, I'm excited to see that. Like,
Hmm.
usually they'll
he
sign these players and they're like, oh yeah, sign him for uh second team. Straight to the first team with this boy. He's
Wow.
in there immediately, started in the last game, and you could see the confidence, but he no take-ons yet, but I can't wait to see how he does too.
do you think he'll replace Rafinha?
No, I think all of these people are
Like.
next generation.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Like Rafinha has to go.
I
Rafinha,
think this is
yeah,
I think this
Rafinha,
is
this
last
is it.
season.
Maybe
Yeah,
one more year next year. I don't
yeah.
know. Rafinha has to officially leave. Then Gordon and Adeyemi, those boys come in and
Mhm.
do their thing, right? But I don't think I think Rafinha, he's gonna play a bigger role this year. Last year he was injured a lot. The year before he was amazing. Last year he was injured a lot. This year I'm hoping that he comes back because Rafinha is Hansi Flick loves Rafinha, bro.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's his guy. I think his name goes on the team sheet first if
Mhm.
he's healthy, right? And that's what makes it difficult with all these transfers because I don't know where all of these people play. Gordon and Adeyemi with Rafinha and Lamine Yamal. All these
Mhm.
people got to be false nines at this point. I don't
Okay.
know.
And have 4 false nines at the same
Yeah.
time.
Uh, all
So
right. I got one question here, just a little coaching question. All right, because we all have a little bit of experience, right?
yeah.
If somebody dropped you into, obviously our season's about to kick off. Jeremy, do you guys already kicked off, right? Out there?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody drops you at a random, let's say a high school, because that's what we're working with right now. Is you don't know the players. What is your go-to formation?
Ooh. So
Obviously, players make a difference, right?
yes,
But if
yes,
you
yes,
just
yes.
said you gotta, here's 11 players, boom, go. You know what I mean?
Um, my go-to formation
Mhm.
is always a 4-3-3,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but that 4-3-3 depends heavily on who my best player is on that
Mhm.
team.
Yeah.
I want my best player on that team to be my number 6.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If my best player on that team is a number 6, I will play that 4-3-3.
Mhm.
But if my best player is not that number 6, then that midfield, I look to make it, a 1 and a 3. I could do a 4-4-1-3-2, and then it wouldn't be that. But like it would be a variation of a 4-3-3.
Mhm.
But I always look to put my best players in that number 6, number 8 role. I
Mhm.
don't care if you're scoring. Like I just feel like if we are able to have a solid 6 that can
Mhm.
help us in terms of defensively. He can talk to our defense and tell us where we need to be, and then offensively he can contribute.
Mhm.
That's what I would go. So I always look to do a 4-3-3,
Mhm.
and that pivot being the most responsible player. When I say best player, that's what I mean. The most
Yeah.
responsible player
Yeah.
Mhm.
on the field. The kid that's had his head on right. He defends. He attacks. He can command
Mhm.
people. I would do that, and his position is the most essential on the field.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what I.
mhm.
Let's say for me, it would be the exact same thing. It would be pretty much exactly what we do now. It's when we're on offense, it's 4-3-3. Those wingers get up and go. But when we don't have the ball, it's a 4-5-1. Everyone pinches in, and that forward runs back and forth. We always
Mhm.
put the people who communicate the most in the middle of the field, and I always
Mhm.
tell them, you gotta envision this as almost like a car, and you're the engine. The
Mhm.
vehicle only goes as far as the engine takes it.
Mhm.
So we can't do anything unless you guys do your job, and that's kind of how we do it. Exactly like Fee said, that 6 and that 8. If we can get some goals out of you, great. But what it
Mhm.
is about communication and distribution.
So
Yeah.
when you say 5 in the middle, are you playing with a single pivot or 2
No,
pivots
2
or?
pivots. When I say 5, so for me,
Mhm.
if like if my number 6 is not the best, like say he's not the best, right, and I'm
Mhm.
not playing that 4-3-3, then I play 2 pivots,
Mhm.
2, and then 3 ahead of him, and then just that
Mhm.
one single point up top,
Right, right. That's
right?
what I like
So
too, yeah.
yeah, so
Mhm.
if I don't have that one number 6 that's clearly above the rest and can make decisions for us,
Mhm.
I'm going 2 pivots because
Mhm.
in high school ball, especially high school ball, some
Mhm.
college teams, so that single pivot is very hard.
Mhm.
You have to be very, very, very responsible and very, very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's not the case, then you got to play 2,
Mhm.
right? 2 pivots. They can work off each other, and then 3 ahead of them. So those 3, they're midfielders, but they also help with they
Right.
obviously very part of the attack. They
Mhm.
become strikers where we need them to, and then they drop in,
Yeah.
right? So you have to figure out if you have 2
Mhm.
solid defensive midfielders that could work, then
Mhm.
4-2-3-1. That's
That's the
very
one. Yeah.
solid all the time like that,
Mhm.
right? But then you're more defensive that way.
More
You're more
defensive, yeah.
yeah, you're more defensive that way. You're more
Mhm.
solid that way.
I like starting like that, and then ideally, we have a young team right now, so ideally we could, like, when we have the ball, if we can hang on to it, push one of those 6s up a little bit,
Yeah,
push the wings up, and then you're a little bit more attacking, but you got to really
yeah,
be focused if you're, so cool.
yeah.
I was
No,
just curious, yeah.
it's tricky, man, especially with a
Yeah.
younger team
Mhm.
and high school soccer. It's very hard to put all that responsibility on a single pivot
Right, right.
unless he's special. If
Mhm.
you have a single pivot, I always say if I could go back in college, I would have loved to play that.
Mhm.
When we were playing,
Mhm.
I used to hate it whenever they would drop me in there because my young naive mind,
That was
You
my
just want to
position,
go.
and they didn't let me play there. They just
right?
put me at top.
Right? Like yeah, my it's just my naive mind didn't want to do that type of work.
Mm,
I love that
right.
kind of work,
But that
man.
kind of work
I'll,
is the
I'll, I'll
most
run
important.
clean through somebody just for the
Yep.
ball.
Yep. Now that I'm older, I'm like, that's why that has to be the most responsible person on your team.
And
Tech
just give me the ball, I'll find somebody's feet. Just
Yes.
boop.
And that's the hardest thing to do. Right?
Yeah.
The guy that can get the boy play 2 touches, touch pass, touch pass. I want to take 7 touches in there. And that's where it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
get him up the field.
Mhm.
You know? That's the
Yeah.
difference.
Cool. All right. Think we're good. We got La Liga starting this weekend, and then we have Premier League
You know,
starting
except
next weekend.
except the
Yeah.
big three aren't playing this weekend, which is
Next time
annoying.
we need to get the schedules
Yeah.
and get the teams that are playing and
Okay.
figure out
Pick out
who's
some
gonna
teams.
win. Yeah,
All
pick out
right.
some teams and all that. Let's do
Cool.
some of that.
Cool. We're
Um,
gonna hopefully get a schedule down and record more consistently now that we're back. Leagues are
yeah, for
starting,
sure.
so
We need
yep.
to. We need to. We need to. We need to
Cool.
push
All
that
right.
page. We're gonna get
Appreciate
that
you
page
guys.
going. Yes, sir.
All
We'll
right.
see you guys.